is by being an innovator and flexible. If we want to succeed in Rotary, if we want to belong to a strong club, we must embrace change. It means we need to start looking at our product, the club experience, through the eyes of our current members and our future members, to truly understand what they want, what they need, what are their expectations, what they like, what they dislike. And if we don't meet their expectation, unfortunately, we will have the same fate of Kodak, BlackBerry, Xerox, Motorola, or any other company that they disappeared because they did not innovate. نبرم على غير واحدة, please. Next slide. Rotary leaders are now great champions of change. Today, clubs have more options than ever before, based on what current members and prospective members want. One, you will see in front, in front of you on this slide, all the types of clubs that we can create. Many traditional rules that Rotary clubs have had historically, such as weekly meetings, attendance requirement, meals, high costs, have limited many qualified people who are able and willing to join Rotary. My message to all of you is, do not hesitate to create new club models. Do not hesitate to design the clubs that you consider it is suitable for you, for your community, or for the members that you want to bring. Because in every community, there are different perspectives, there are different background, different professions, and areas of expertise. We have to identify creative solutions and to attract those people who be members of a traditional club and bring them to another new club model. Next, please. Next, okay. We're talking here about networking and partnership. If we want to do impact, a big impact, if we want to implement bigger, bolder, and better projects, we need big partnership and big networking. This is the case of the Rotary Club of Beyrouth. أنا ما لازم أحكي كثير عن هالموضوع. You have very good networks. You have a great champion in your club, who is Ronald. He has network all over the world. He knows how to use this magic of Rotary to use it for the benefit of our community. Next. When we talk about networking, we need good communication with them. We need to be transparent with them, accountable. Trust is very, very important. And we need to have a valuable project. And when we promise, we have to deliver. When we say, we have to do what we say. Next. Rotary is friendship and service. We talked about the network, but it is not only the network or the friendship. We have to use the strengths of the friendship to do very good service project. The Rotary clubs that do not do service projects are not Rotary clubs. And they can give themselves another name, but not a Rotary club. Next. One of the priorities to grow is to diversify our members. Rotary is talking a lot about diversity, equity, inclusion. What is diversity? Diversity is where everyone is invited to the party. Equity means that everyone gets treated depending on his needs. And inclusion means that everyone has the opportunity to dance, to be involved, to be engaged, to let them show their initiatives, to let them take decision, establish goals, do follow-up, make things done. Next. One of the ways is courageous leadership. Nowadays, more than ever before, we need courageous leaders at any level of any organization, hatta on the level of the country. We want leaders who are honest, who are passionate, who are inclusive, humble, people who are people-oriented and who care for others. If we need leaders with vision. Without vision, without leader, the vision is lost. The decisions are delayed. The morale is low. The productivity is reduced, and the success is difficult. Next. We have to stand. We have to give a lot of importance to the youth as well, because they are the backbone of any nation or any community. Next. This is the last slide. Next. We have to bring to our clubs young professionals to brainstorm with them new out-of-the-box ideas or new solutions to some problems. Let them feel part of the committees, that their natural place in the future is Rotary, to invite them to participate in the analysis of the needs and set priorities. Let us work all together to turn this idea into action. Thank you.
Thank you, PDG Jamil. 7 minutes على القد. So I'm gonna finish with the slide that you had at the end. Innovation is creativity, is thinking of something new. Innovation is implementation of something new. Sorry for the barking, by the way. ما بعرف إذا مسموع. So just, I know we're not doing Q&As, but I have one question. Is membership increasing in general in the zone or on the international level?
No, unfortunately, it is not increasing. For this reason, especially in this time that is very difficult. But what I can say that because we have this time, we have to use Rotary to serve in our communities. Rotarians, more than ever, are a need in our communities. We can do a lot of things, and the more members we have to work on having more members, because the more members we have, the more we can achieve.
Thank you, PDG Jamil. Now moving on to the second topic about Rotary Club de Beyrouth. President Aida Daou, the floor is yours.
Ok, bonsoir tout le monde. Je vais commencer à parler en français et si vous préférez que je switch à l'anglais, je pourrais le faire. Mais j'ai choisi la langue française parce que le Rotary Club de Beyrouth, c'est le premier club, comme vous savez. Il a obtenu sa charte en 1932, en février 1932. Et c'est le premier club francophone aussi. C'est un des rares clubs francophones du district. Donc, si vous préférez que je change après, je serai prête à le faire.
Non,
mais
non,
j'ai choisi.
En français, s'il vous plaît.
D'accord, merci beaucoup.
Avec la signature du Club de Beyrouth.
Voilà. D'abord, je remercie beaucoup le président Agop Dantigan pour cette initiative. C'est une première en son genre depuis que je suis au Rotary. Nous avons été rarement invités dans un club différent à parler de notre club. Et ça, je suis très reconnaissante et je vous admire pour vos initiatives très innovantes. Alors voilà, le Rotary Club, je vous présente le comité de cette année. Nous avons 2 vice-présidents, le président sortant et un vice-président que le président choisit, qui est actuellement Ren Kotsi. Nous avons notre trésorier honoraire, Toufi Alice, et le secrétaire honoraire, Samir Nasser. Nous avons les responsables de comité suivants, past président Mona Kanaan, à la fondation, Rita Mouchi aux actions, et je salue Rita Mouchi qui assiste à cette conférence. Elle est avec nous ce soir. Nous avons aussi à l'administration past président Antoine Hafez, et à l'image publique, malheureusement, nous avons une personne qui a quitté le Liban et qui a été remplacée par intérim pour le moment par Aida Shirfan, qui est notre présidente électe, et par Tony Hafez, qui est responsable de l'administration. L'activité des clubs actuellement est, comme tout le monde, essayer de répondre à la levée de fonds. Nous avons choisi en premier lieu le secteur médical. Le secteur médical d'intérêt pour nous a été la quarantaine. C'est l'hôpital. Nous avons pensé qu'il ne serait pas aidé par une communauté religieuse, et c'est un hôpital qui est vraiment Beyrouth. Ça ressemble à notre ville, à nous. Et en troisième lieu, il s'occupe uniquement, il a le centre d'intérêt qui sont les enfants, la pédiatrie et l'obstétrique qui est en pédiatrie, l'obstétrique fétale, donc qui sauve l'enfant avant sa naissance encore, et la maman. Donc ça, c'est aujourd'hui, mais nous avons pensé à côté de l'hôpital de la quarantaine aux oubliés. Les oubliés, ce sont les ONG qui ne sont plus aidés, qui étaient aidés au départ par le gouvernement libanais, par le ministère des Affaires sociales et par les bienfaiteurs. Aujourd'hui, les bienfaiteurs peut-être pensent à Beyrouth Blast, ils pensent à la... et donc, ils n'ont plus vraiment, ces ONG n'ont plus un accès aussi facile pour être aidés. Cette année, nous avons en premier lieu, nous allons participer à l'équipement d'une cuisine à l'IRAP. Et tout le monde connaît l'IRAP à Ainar et suit ses activités, que ce soit pour l'insertion des enfants à difficultés audio-phonétiques. Nous aidons, la seconde association que nous aidons cette année, c'est Césobel. Et tout le monde aussi connaît Césobel, on n'a pas besoin de les introduire. Voilà. Nos réunions se font en innovation cette année, en virtuel et en présentiel. À l'hôtel Citéa, à Ashrafiyeh, actuellement, on essaye de recevoir dans une salle ouverte et aérée, nous essayons de recevoir à peu près entre 15 et 17 personnes. Et les conférences sont transmises aussi en virtuel. Nous envoyons le lien. Nous sommes encore un peu vieux jeu. Nous sommes en train d'envoyer par email. Mais je crois qu'on le fera sur les groupes des présidents. Comme ça, tout le monde pourra mieux connaître nos activités. Nous voudrions beaucoup, et grâce à votre club, avoir comme on dit, un tremplin pour dire que nous avons beaucoup aimé la dernière prestation de Past-Président Ahmed Husseini sur l'information rotarienne, et on aimerait s'encourager les clubs les uns les autres pour essayer de faire plus de réunions comme ça, pour gagner de nouveaux rotariens à notre cause, de nouveau des jeunes et des moins, enfin des jeunes et d'autres. Voilà, Past-Président Jamil, je crois que aussi c'est une idée de faire un peu plus d'informations rotariennes, ou bien de faire une publicité, de leur faire un marketing davantage sur les informations qu'on pourrait avoir. Alors, les dernières activités où nous travaillons maintenant dans le médical, à part l'hôpital de la quarantaine, nous avons une aide. Vous avez tous lu ça, et je vous remercie de nous avoir félicités pour ça. Nous avons une aide de Impact Lebanon pour l'hôpital de la quarantaine, et nous faisons un autre projet aussi avec le CIP France-Liban pour l'hôpital de la quarantaine toujours. Voici nos activités. Vous pouvez nous suivre sur notre site web et sur Facebook. Nous postons toujours des photos. Et les dernières photos qui vont être postées, c'est la distribution du sac de riz que nous avons eu grâce à Live Life Lebanon. Nous l'avons pris au Resto du Cœur de Sennelfil et l'avant-dernier, c'était au marché de l'écoute chez Perchami. Ça, c'est les petites activités où nous bougeons un tout petit peu. Sinon, je pense que j'ai pris moins que 7 minutes. Je peux avoir un award, une médaille pour ça. Je vous serai reconnaissante, Président Agop. Merci beaucoup de m'avoir écouté.
Président Aida Awalchi, merci beaucoup d'avoir partagé ce que vous faites au sein du club de Beyrouth. C'est vrai que c'est une nouveauté, cette idée. On essaye d'être un peu innovatif au sein du Rotary. On bouge un peu. On bouscule un peu parfois, mais bon. Je pense que oui, comme vous avez dit, il faut partager, il faut travailler ensemble. Merci beaucoup pour cette introduction. Vous nous mettez la barre très haute. Ce que vous faites à la quarantaine, ça fait que maintenant, le Rotary Club Beyrouth Cedars va devoir courir encore beaucoup plus. Et là, c'est Pepperoni qui va me taper dessus. Mais bon. Et voilà. Mais franchement, du fin fond de mon cœur, merci beaucoup d'avoir accepté cette invitation. Nous sommes très heureux de vous avoir avec nous. Et merci beaucoup encore pour avoir partagé vos expériences. Nous avons par la suite, nous avons Sandra Klat. Sandra, il y a 18 ans, je la connais depuis pas mal de temps. Elle commençait à faire du travail du bénévolat sous le nom de Bassma. Bassma a fêté ses 18 ans il n'y a pas très très longtemps. C'est une NGO qui vraiment couvre tout le Liban. Ils font un travail formidable. Je ne vais pas trop parler de ce qu'elle fait parce que je pense qu'elle-même pourra le mieux décrire. Sandra, tu es avec nous?
Oui, je suis là.
Eh bien, the floor is yours. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm very honored. I'm happy to be among you tonight. It's really a pleasure to see how active the Rotary clubs are. It is a real blessing to have you all near the NGOs and near the society. I want to thank especially the Rotary Club Cedars Beyrouth and Agop, Antoine, and all the team for being next to Bassma during the last month. You have been very helpful at all levels. We have been working together during the last 2 months, I think, October and November, and already we have done a lot together. As you know, Bassma takes care of families in need since 2002 at all levels. We have food programs, we have a school, we have a restaurant that opens 7 days a week and offers hot meals every day to many families. We have the school, the night school program with teachers, and we school every year 60 students that are hopeless cases for their parents and for their teachers also. So we take care of them, and for the last 3 years we had 98% of success rate at the brevet and all the classes we have. We renovate houses since 2008. So for us, the 4th of August was dramatic, but we immediately reacted. We could react immediately because we have the team, we have the architect, the engineer, we have the know-how and the expertise to renovate and the houses. We have the processes also. So on 6th of August, we started, we were on the ground. We started distributing every day 500 hot meals, bread, water to all the families who lost their kitchen, their houses, everything. We went into the houses to distribute this. We were not on the main streets, and we get to meet every family in each house. And it was a blessing to get to know all these families. It was at the same time very hard, but also a very touchy experience. And I want to thank Agop and all the team, because thanks to you, we could be next to them during the last months. We have only in 2 months distributed nearly 9,000 hot meals in all the regions in our restaurants, but also we have the dinner delivery. We have a vanette that goes all over Beirut because some old people cannot attend our restaurant in Badaro because of illness or other reasons. So we go and visit all the regions in Ashafiyeh, Burj Hamoud, all the regions. We were everywhere, and we could help 1,200 families only during the last month. Also, in the house reconstruction, thanks to you, we could rebuild entirely 12 houses, not only windows and doors, front doors, but we could do etantiality, we could do structural walls, we could do many things. And I thank you for your trust. And thanks to you, so many families could come back home. And we hope that this collaboration could continue. We have distributed together in Ermesh, in the south of Lebanon, in the borders, 40 packs for 40 families. And we will do it again maybe next week, I guess. So together we have done a lot in only 2 months, and I really thank you for your trust in our team and our work. And I hope that this collaboration could last for the coming months.
Thank you, Sandra. Je me permets de te poser une question juste parce qu'on a encore un peu de temps. What's the plan for Christmas? Is it a surprise, or can you tell us more about it, what you intend to do?
No, I can't tell you about it. It's a big program because we have more than 1,000 families all over Lebanon, from north to south. So we have 2 programs, one for the families in Beirut. And like each year, each member, family member chooses one gift to receive, like an anorak, shoes, like moms want cookware, want sheets for the beds. Each person, the children want toys. So each person, we have the whole list of all the families in Beirut on our Facebook page, that is Bassma, B-A-S-S-M-A, capital letters. And we tend each year to get all these personalized gifts to each member. We will distribute them on different days, so we don't take risk for Corona. We won't have celebrations. We will have Santa, music, small buffet, but they will have social distancing. They will get the gift and the photo with Santa Claus. And in the region, we will decorate the van, and we will go with Santa in each village, in Ermesh, in Alay, in Abay, in Ghalboun, in Jbel, Tripoli, Baalbek, and we will distribute also gifts for all the children in all the regions, also on different days.
Okay, génial. I think now the board has an idea of what I'm going to throw at them soon once we finalize this together. All right. Thank you so much, Sandra, for having joined us and being with us. I think next we have Pia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Welcome, Pia.
Thank you. Je ne sais pas, vous préférez que je parle français ou bien anglais? Pour moi, ça m'est égal.
Makes you feel better. Je pense que tout le monde dans la salle comprend les 2 langues.
Okay. First, it's really a pleasure to be here, and I really appreciate you including me in your agenda. I know it's not easy to meet up during these difficult times, but it feels good. It feels really good. So my name is Pia Khalil, and I'm 29. I'm from Jounieh, and I've been a member of Rotaract since 2012. I've went through different positions, from secretary, vice president, president, advisor, etc. My experience at Rotaract was really nice. Well, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have stayed that long. My background, I come from a background of biomedical engineering. So I studied biomedical engineering at Zreik, and then I did a year of research in Boston at Harvard, where I focused more on medical imaging and radiology, x-rays and stuff like that. And now I've been working at Zimmer Biomet for 5 years. I don't know if you know Zimmer Biomet. It's a company that is more, it's a medical device company. They focus on everything related to orthopedics, implants, knees, hips, everything related to implants. So my job actually is, I'm a healthcare consultant in the company. So I help hospitals go through change management processes. And also I drive everything related to technologies, robotics, digital technologies like smartphone apps, softwares in the region. So I cover emerging markets from South Africa, Middle East, Turkey, Russia, and now recently France as well. So I travel a lot with my job. Now with the pandemic, it's not been, I've been working from home basically. So that's what I do as a job. I don't know what I can talk more. I don't usually talk a lot about myself, but my hobbies are reading. I love reading novels, philosophy, stuff like that. I'm into sports as well, running, swimming, and now soon we start with the biking. So why I'm here actually, it's I've been part of Rotaract for more than 7-8 years, and for me, I think it has been, I've got my dose of Rotaract, and I would like something else. I love being part of this community. I love community service, and this is why I was there. But I want to be more exposed to different projects, to higher level projects. I want to learn from older people, from people who have been there for a longer time. Because now in Rotaract, I'm maybe the oldest member of the club right now in Ghassan. And why Beirut? Because I think I want to get out of my comfort zone. I don't want to stay in the same region, Ghassan. I think it's also nice to learn from other clubs in other regions. So I don't know, I think it's less than 7 minutes, but if you have any question, feel free.
No, it was excellent. Thank you so much. I know it's not easy usually to start doing this. So thank you, Pia, for having told us about you.
Je suis stressée.
Yes. Mais ne t'en fais pas. And if you're looking for getting out of your comfort zone in this club, trust me, you will be out of your comfort zone, but you'll be happy about it, I think, at the end of the day.
Yeah, I hope so.
You're most welcome. C'était vraiment un plaisir de t'avoir rencontré, enfin de te rencontrer, de t'avoir avec nous au sein de cette réunion.
Moi, c'est pareil.
Are you married, Pia?
Who is asking? Who is asking? No.
Everyone's asking.
Don't worry, I'm asking, but I'm married and I have a kid. Don't worry. Just asking for our president.
Okay, so next we have Ghassan. Ghassan is going to talk about the FourWay test. And the reason why I asked Ghassan to do it is because I wanted it to have a specific twist that only Ghassan, who's the guy who climbs up all the mountains and goes all around running marathons and crossing the desert and I don't know what, he can talk about how the FourWay test is. Ghassan, okay. The floor is yours.
President, I hope. Oh my God, this is some kind of presentation introduction that I hope, I mean, I'm not in line with what you're asking. Good evening all. I've been asked by President Hagop to talk to you about a big classical in the Rotary arena, which is the so-called the FourWay test. So here we go. It is part actually of what we call the guiding principles. Meaning the object of Rotary, the avenues of service. Very quickly and briefly, the objects of Rotary are the following: development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service, high ethical standards in business and professions, the applications of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business and community life, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service. Avenues of service, very briefly, are club service, vocational, community, international, and youth. We probably have another time dedicated to talk about all of those details that are very interesting and actually that make the basis of Rotary, on which it has been built and started almost now 115 years ago. The four-way test, and as we say, the test of the things we think, say, or do. The first one is it the truth? The second being, is it fair to all concerned? The third, will it build goodwill and better friendship? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Now, this is the mostly, the widely printed and used format that has been distributed worldwide since it has been accepted and adopted by the Rotary International. What's the history of it? So what is it first? It is a test that is used by Rotarians worldwide as a moral code for personal and business relationships. It is also applicable to almost any aspect of life. You will see further down that actually the way it has been adopted, used in the Rotary world, comes from actually a businessman who has been using it, adopted it, and used it in a company he had to save. So the story, very quickly. I'll give you a few seconds to look at this picture. It says part of the first and second test questions. So as we said, it has been created by a Rotarian. His name was Herbert Taylor. He wrote that in 1932. So the same year President Aida's club was established. And he was actually asked to save a company that was facing bankruptcy. The funny thing is that 20 years later, by applying those principles and the four-way test, the company was saved. Actually, it paid back all of its debts and actually became a steady and healthy company. The 24-word test became a guide for companies. It was adopted in 1943 by the Rotary International. Small fact, this test is displayed in Ghana on the billboards of the court premises. Okay, so the basic question would be, is it still relevant today? I mean, it was written in 1932. Those four questions transcend generations, borders, as well as national. They are more than relevant today. And actually, it is all based on the principles of morality and ethics that we crave for more and more with time. So it is more than applicable and relevant today. So as you might guess, it is a non-partisan, non-sectarian. As you might all know, as Rotarians and especially our visitors on this session, Rotary is non-political, non-religious. So it is an ethical guide actually for Rotarians, as we said before, to use for the personal and professional relationships. My recommendation is that we re-establish this old tradition and start our meetings with this famous four-way test. Voila, just think about it. And I end this with a slightly different picture than the one I've shown you before. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pepe Ghassan. Indeed, you did give a different perspective of the four-way test than what we would have thought of on the pure four-way test perspective. So thank you so much. Next, I invite Pepperoni.
Thank you, President.
Ghassan, please, we need you to stop sharing. Thank you.
Okay.
Ronnie, the floor is yours.
I will be talking tonight about fundraising ideas that we may not have thought of. There are plenty of fundraising ideas. I have a book about 1,000 fundraising ideas. However, I will talk about 7 tonight. The first one, get social with your support letter. Letter is in quotations because your letter needs to be more than just a physical letter that you stamp and send. Email, Facebook, and Twitter, and whatever else you use can become a tool to raise awareness and support for your mission. A letter is a good way to start, but if your support raising starts and stops with just one mailed letter, you're going to have a discouraging fundraising experience. You may send a letter every week, every 2 weeks, every month, but keep on doing it until it hits the nerve of people who would like to help. So it's time to get social. The second idea, pick a number. A pick a number is a large board. We haven't used it in Lebanon yet, or whatever else you decide to use, with a bunch of numbers on it. The numbers include every number from 1 to 100, and they can be on the board in order or all mixed up. You can get creative on this. The idea is that friends and family can pick a number to donate. Once they pick a number, that number is taken off the board or X'd out. This board could be set up at school, club, or work. And check this out. If all 100 numbers are taken, and if each number is 1,000 Lebanese pound, if the 100 numbers are taken, you will be raising 5 million Lebanese pounds. If only half the numbers are taken, you will still be raising 2.5 million Lebanese pounds. And no single person has to give more than 100,000 Lebanese pounds, since 100 is the biggest number. The third idea is to partner with a restaurant. Many restaurants are willing to partner with you in organizing a fundraising event at the restaurant. It's a win-win situation because you bring the restaurant a lot of business and they give you a portion of the food sales for your project. Local restaurants are among the most popular places for these events. The fourth idea is to host a house party. We've been doing this at the club from time to time. Throw a party, invite your friends, group, or co-workers. Get some chips, dip, pizza, lunch, whatever. This kind of event is easy to pull off and something that everyone will enjoy. You could charge a cover or simply call it a fundraising party. By having a house party, you're inviting people to support you in a tangible and personal way. Idea number 5, seek local business sponsors. A lot of times, local and regional businesses are willing to support what their community members are up to. Sometimes they even have community donations built into their budgets. If you're brave enough, contact some of your favorite local businesses and ask if you could talk to someone about the opportunity to support your action. Actually, you're helping the business and the business is helping you. You shouldn't be shy of knocking at doors. If you're shy, you'll never get with it. Idea number 6, sell custom t-shirts. Actually, our club is selling masks these days for education, all for edu.net. Most people wear clothes and most people love t-shirts. If you put those two together, you've got a great fundraising idea. You can sell t-shirts at school, club, group, or work and can raise some funds pretty quickly. We are raising funds for masks now, and it's for education to pay the tuition of kids in schools in Lebanon. And the last idea for tonight, use a fundraising website. We've revamped our club's website to be able to take donations. A fundraising website can make donating to your project much easier for people. Most people don't carry around checks anymore. It's also a great way for people to follow your fundraising progress and see what you need to meet your goal. You want to make giving to your project as easy as possible for people, and for most people these days, online is the easiest. A couple of popular fundraising sites are GoFundMe.com and ucaring.com. Thank you for listening for these ideas. I hope they were of interest for some of you. Good luck in your fundraising. Thank you.
Thank you, PP/IP, Ronnie. I'm sure we all benefited from this. And as IPP Antoine said, the guru of fundraising. So now moving from fundraising to Rotaract, and I will give the floor to Cynthia to tell us more about it.
Hello, everyone. So basically, we're going to be talking about Rotaract. We're going to start a bit of talking about why was Rotaract founded in the first place. It all started in the 1950s, where many Rotary clubs started sponsoring. No, Hanadi back. Thank you. So many Rotary clubs started sponsoring youth clubs around Europe and America in order to support their work. In 1965, these clubs started growing significantly. And why? Because basically the Interact program that was created by Rotary in 1962, the people were able to be in this club up to the age of 18 years old. So after this age, they started joining these clubs sponsored by Rotarians or creating new types of club called Senior Interact. For that reason, Rotary International decided to found a new program called Rotaract in 1968. The name of this program was a combination between the name Rotary and Action. So basically, Rotaract means Rotary in Action. This gave the opportunity for interactors that were moving forward from this program to enter the Rotaract and stay within the Rotary family until the age of 30, where they can become eligible to join a Rotary club. Rotaract brings together young adults aged between 18 and above to take action in their communities, develop their leadership and professional skills, and most importantly, have fun while doing it. A Rotary club can sponsor a Rotaract club, but also Rotaract members can manage and fund their clubs independently, especially now more and more with the new Rotary International program of having Rotaract clubs being more and more independent. The first Rotaract club was chartered on March 13, 1968. It was in North Charlotte, Carolina, and it only reached Lebanon in 1980. And the first Rotaract club that was chartered in Lebanon was the Rotaract Club of Tripoli. Now let's talk a bit about some figures in Rotaract. Today we are 10,904 Rotaract clubs worldwide, with more than 50,792 members that are present in more than 180 countries, and the number is still growing every day. In our district, District 2452, we can count 51 Rotaract clubs till date, with more than 700 members. Lebanon counts more than 50% of the district clubs, with more than 28 of the most active clubs in the district. In the past few years, the Rotaract Club of Lebanon were able to host two of the most successful district conferences that attracted Rotaractors beyond our district. The delegation, we had delegation from more than 15 different countries that visited Lebanon. We also won the hosting of the MedMDIO conference. Rotaract Lebanon is part of the MedMDIO program that is a combination of 17 countries that are all located on the Mediterranean Sea. This was done, I think, 4 years ago in Lebanon. And the Rotaract Academy was initiated from Rotaractors in Lebanon, and it is now part of the district bylaw and is a requirement for membership in Rotaract. We can find two types of Rotaract clubs. There's the university and the community-based club. The university-based clubs basically meet on campus during the academic year, Their members are all usually university students, and most of their projects are made on campus, while the community-based club draws members from all over the community, and their project focuses on everyone. Mainly every club focuses within their own region, let's say. Let's move now to 7 things you may not know about Rotaract. The first is that Rotaractors are experts in their fields. The majority of Rotaractors are between the age of 18 and 30 years old. It's true that they have a lot of university students, but also they have a big pool of successful businessmen and entrepreneurs. Second, they think beyond their clubs. Rotaractors, specifically in Lebanon, always aim high and dream big to make an impact in our society. They believe in teamwork and always find ways to collaborate and work together to implement joint projects. Like, for example, the joint fundraiser that was done at the beginning of the pandemic between the 28 Rotaractors in Lebanon. It was a crowdfunding in order to equip hospitals with respiratory machines. They did a rehabilitation of houses after the explosion altogether. And one of the examples that we are witnessing is the distribution of the food boxes that are doing for Rotary Beyrouth Cedars under the umbrella of Rotaract Lebanon. Third, they are redefining what it means to be a Rotarian. Dual membership that is now allowed is allowing Rotaractor to become a bridge between them and the Rotarian. Attending a Rotary Club meeting and carrying all that back to the Rotaractor encourage Rotaractors to get more involved with Rotary, and likewise becoming the face of Rotaract in the Rotary Club, communicating to them the issues that are important to Rotaractors, facilitate the communication between the two clubs, and can also enhance the recruitment of senior Rotaractors to Rotary. 4, they excel at recruiting through all the activities that they do. 5th, they embrace the opportunity to learn. Rotaractors are eager to understand different perspectives and to experience new things, and almost all of them talk about gaining new skills through Rotaract, from basic skills of how to write a proper email if they joined at a very young age, to acquiring soft and professional skills on a later stage. 6, they always find creative solutions. Rotaractors maximize their efficiency and always find new ways of implementing projects through the strategic use of technology. And finally, they know what they want. Every Rotaractor is here for a reason, in case of international exposure, professional development, community service, or simply to have fun and to belong to a community. Finding the interest of every member and allocating a task accordingly is the secret of every successful club in Lebanon. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Cynthia. Rotaractors are quite active, huh? Well, we're done with the 7 minutes. I think it was really super interesting. At least for me, it was. I think we have the last 5 minutes. They're more open. If anything, would like to share or say something. Anybody in the club is welcome. There's been a lot of chat going on.
Yes,
Tarek,
yes. I miss you guys.
But
I miss you guys.
Yeah, we miss you too. كان بدالك إنه keep it Rotary business.
Yes, yes. Miss you guys. Miss you guys.
يا جماعة معلش إذا تسلينا شوي.
إيه من بعد ما يدق الجرس بيبريمو. زاري.
نعم على السمع.
Hey, Bas, how are you? How have you been? It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's a very long time, but I am getting busy all the time.
Yeah, I hope I hope the lessons of Roni would be applied in LA.
Yes, definitely. We have to push it forward as much as we can. More we knock, more the doors will open. We have to knock the doors to open. If we don't knock, they will not open.
امتى جاي على لبنان؟
well ما بعرف اجر لقدام اجر لورا لازم اجي وما اعرف حالي شو بدي اعمل.
ماشي الحال عايشين تعال.
يلا جاي.
عن جد نحن هون حالتنا كثير منيحه ما في كورونا. نحن بيعملوا 900 فحص بالنهار بيطلع 899 معهم كورونا. العدد كثير قليل بالنسبه لغير دول. غير دول بيطلعوا 30,000 و40,000.
هون
إحنا
كمان
بس
قد ما عم
900
بيعملوا تيست
بنطلع.
العالم بالعربيات وقفت تعمل تيست وكرمال الكورونا عم بتزيد. ما عم بفهم انا كمان ضعف.
هلا ماكدو صار عنده درايف ثرو للبرجر ودرايف ثرو للتست كمان.
ايه طبعا.
تمام يلا. The meeting is over. بكرناها شوي. But thank you all for having joined. Basically, it was really fantastic. PDG Jamil, President Aida, Sandra, thank you so much. I hope you know more about the Rotary. Fardan, every single speaker. It was really amazing, very enriching. A bit different, I think, from the regular Rotary meeting. And thank you for having joined.
Merci, Président. Très
Merci,
intéressant.
Président.
Thank you, President.
Thank you.
Thank you, President.
Thank you.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you for bringing us new members.
Thank you for everyone who joined.
Merci beaucoup, c'était vraiment bien intéressant.
Bye bye.
Au revoir.
Good luck, Sandra.
Merci, Jamil. Bye.
Merci tout le monde.